I wake up to my phone alarm's relentless beeping, but it seems farther away than it should be. When I peel my eyes open, it takes me a moment to realize I'm not in my own bed, another to figure out where I am, and one more to remember how I crawled in next to Nolan. My last memories from the night slowly surface. His heat at my back, the weight of his arm across my waist, his hand over my heart, the one that's only beating because he saved it, even though he'd waited years to snuff it out. My palm lingers on my chest, but it doesn't ignite the same hum in my flesh that Nolan's touch does. It's only an echo of his warmth. I glance at the empty space behind me where he once rested, then roll out of bed, switching off the bedside lamp he must have turned on for me as I go. When the alarm is finally silenced, I slide on my penguin slippers and take the phone with me as I stumble toward the holy grail summoning me downstairs. Coffee. When I get to the kitchen to start the process for making a stovetop espresso, I find Nolan has already set it up for me. All that's left to do is turn on the gas. On the counter is a handwritten note, the script sharp, the loops and tapered lines familiar from his scrapbook.
This thing is archaic. Don't you want a Keurig? N.
I smile, grabbing the pen to write a note in reply, just in case Nolan comes back to the cottage while I'm out. This thing makes coffee so thick I can chew it. Don't take that away from me. H. As the coffee brews, I get my breakfast ready and top off Morpheus's bird feeder, which is now overrun by smaller birds who will scatter when he eventually returns from his escapades of stealing shiny objects or caw-cawing at tourists. When I head back into the cottage, I take my coffee and toast to the living room so I can indulge in some surviving love reality TV trash. But something out of place stops me on my path. A sudden wash of memory layers over the chessboard as I stare down at the black knight. It's not in its usual place. It faces my legion of white pieces from C6. I stand unmoving for a long moment, but I'm not in my living room. I'm sitting in our van, the smoke of Palo Santo incense curling between me and Adam. How long did they say it would take? I remember asking as I moved my white pawn forward to start the game. I don't remember which piece Adam moved next. I just remember his smile. Like it was no big deal that our vehicle was broken down on a remote stretch of gravel road in Nowhere Land, Texas. We were supposed to be home in Lubbock in 2 days, and I know he was eager to see his parents after a year on the road, but he acted like it was just a minor inconvenience. He rolled with these ups and downs of life in our van, which we affectionately named Goonie. Adam could bob along in the current of life, and I thought I could float along beside him. I was wrong. I blink away the image of his face before that smile can twist into a tortured grimace of desperation and terror. Those final moments that haunt me, like his scream does at night. A knot tightens in the base of my throat as I set down my coffee cup. I polish the black knight with the edge of my shirt. It's a need I find hard to explain. I feel like I can't let Nolan touch this piece of my past, or the evil buried there could creep into the present and take him, like it took Adam. Only when it feels like the boundary lines between past, present, and future have been redrawn do I put the knight back in its rightful place. I don't turn on the TV or eat my croissant or even finish my coffee. I'm not sure how long I sit there, fighting a battle I'll never truly win, not when those days of horror stick to me like a shadow. I'm so caught up in my memories that I forget my most fundamental responsibilities, until an abrupt sound cuts through my torpor.